I'm Todd Grisham, and what a venue. We are live at the Empire Fight Camp, and watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable.
And it's the king of Vinny Paz.
Just about it.
Well, I hope you brought your son. The build up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. Misses with the jab. Nice counter shot. Swing and a miss with the jab. Straight right, just misses. How will these two fighters handle the outdoors? We're fighting under the sun here for this big showdown.
This is taking boxing back to its roots. Outside, where you've got the crowd there, you can hear everything. You've got the breeze of the wind. You've got the heat of the sun. You know when you're doing this? Your feet are on fire. They're on fire in the ring.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Trying to land that jab. These two were made for each other. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Swing and a miss with that jab. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Somebody don't get complacent.
You're much better. He's on your knee.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. Beautiful counter shot. Insane action. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, so I gotta respect both of them more than happy.
They exchange punches. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That counter shot lands. This fight has a real good flow to it. Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round.
Come on, switch on. Switch on.
Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They threw the hook, it didn't land. Those counter punches have to hurt. It's all offense, all the time. Can't find a home with that jab. Catch and shoot. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Fantastic punch. And he scores with the counter. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? The straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Well, we know.
Come on, just switch it off.
Back at it in round 4. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Oh no, Paz is in some serious trouble here.
Does he know he's hurt him? Look at him. That back foot went. It completely shivered. Did you see that, Tom?
And right back into the fray.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Paz in that last round. A lot of work. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice. Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
How about that time counter shot? One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Can't land that jab. And that hook misses. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Good counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. I promise you
Let's
all.
go out there. Get your boxing back.
Let's start the 6th. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
So much firepower here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Straight right just misses. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. There's a counter shot. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Just pull it right there, and that will do it. You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between... And here it's the Pac-Man. How...
This bout is scheduled for...
One of the hottest tickets. So here we go. Should be a good one. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. And he scores with the counter. And he misses with that straight left. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Just see the nerves on a fight stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Not so rigid anymore with the stance. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it.
You feel good?
Good. Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. Pacquiao might be in some big trouble here. Is he going to go down? And man, he goes down.
The referee's standing. Watching him close. Come on, make it. You can do it.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
Look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
You need to turn this around halfway through.
The best start, Bob. You know what? The cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Nice looking right hook, but he blocked it. Nice exchange here from both men. Crawford got hit hard and down he goes.
Oh, he's down, he's down. Is he going to get up? He's staggering. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Both men promised to knock their opponent down, and they were right in that round.
Absolutely.
And now you've let him back in.
On to the third. Who do you think's got more in the tank, Johnny, as both fighters went to the canvas last round?
That is showing the fitness, that is showing the stamina, that is showing the hard work done in the gym. If you can get knocked down and get back up and knock your opponent down, they've got it.
a counter lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That jab misses. Good counter punch. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Punch, counter punch. Do you believe what we're seeing? That counter punch caught him clean. About that time counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to say I can't take it anymore? A lot of effort being exerted here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. That was almost a 10-8.
Calm yourself down, calm yourself down.
There's the bell for round 4. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And that hook misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both men step back for just a moment. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
That uppercut does not score. Well done with that counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. He threw a punch and just got countered. Catch and shoot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special.
God-awful round that was.
There's the bell to start round 5. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on it, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the senses have come back.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
That That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Nice counter. Nice counter shot. Not so tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it. Perfect counter shot. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. You've got to relax.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Crawford in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Switch back
can't
on.
leave
Get
it up to
focused,
the-
get your mind back on the job.
On to the 6th round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One punch could change everything in this battle. You'd like to see more jabs. You don't want to trade shots. Nice counter punch right up the middle. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. So he's going to shake off the cobwebs and bounce around the ring a little bit here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Going to need a knock.
Get your mind back.
Here comes round 7. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Pacquiao there got clipped clean.
Beautiful, sneaky shot.
On their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Halfway through the round, do you believe this? Bud Crawford just got knocked down.
You see many shots like that. A simple short shot. Put the fighter down.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in down once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
round going to go down after that shot?
Oh, I heard that, never but I saw it.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Both men knocked down in that round. Incredible stuff.
And they were heavy knockdowns too.
And there's the bell for round 8. Both fighters went to the canvas last round. What are we going to see here?
I've seen that twice before. Both fighters knocked down in the same round. And you think, who's going to go back as confident? Who's going to come out as confident? Both fighters went back on unsteady legs. How is this going to unfold?
There's a counter shot. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Pacquiao is rocked.
His legs have gone. He's got to get the hands up. It's survival instincts now. Get him up.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Oh, Pacquiao is seeing stars after that one.
Does he know he's hurt him? Look at him. That back foot went. It completely shivered. Did you see that, Tom?
No surprise there. A unanimous.
Now it's completed. them tires. Barbells was lifting them skyward and higher. I ran.
I'm Todd Grisham, and Amir Khan, one of the finest fighters Britain's ever produced. Olympic silver medal. Terran.
This bout.
Well, I hope you brought your sunscreen. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Lands the jab. It's Khan versus Crawford Part 2. Of course, Crawford with that TKO win in 2019 in New York City.
Amir Khan is and was one of the fastest fighters I'd ever seen. And then for the first time in his whole career, he got in a ring with somebody that was faster than him, sharper than him, threw clusters much better than him. So then he thought, what is going on here? It's a new world. How does he deal with it? Then now he's got to depend on his skills. But he didn't realize that until the fight. So this is why we're doing this all over again. Amir Khan now has to depend on his skills rather than his speed, because he knows Crawford has the speed to put him out.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's just like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Just missed with that hook. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round.
What do you do?
That bell could not have...
What do you do? You don't want to lose this fight, do you?
There's the bell for round 2. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Beautiful counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You don't want to trade shots. He threw a punch and just got countered. Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger. They exchange punches. Those counter punches have to hurt. There's a counter shot. Catch and shoot. Lucky that hook didn't score. A perfect counter shot. Perfect counter lands. Looks like a little change of strategy here, trying to loosen up the flow a little bit. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it.
You've been closer for this entire...
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Counter punch caught him clean. Do you believe what we're seeing? That counter shot lands. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Nice job blocking the left hook. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched. Skillful.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Amir Khan has rocked! No, we don't see a knockdown.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. That big hook doesn't land. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Khan in that last round.
Switched off completely.
Here we go to the 4th round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? He's going to go with more footwork now. What do you think of that strategy? Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Can't land that jab. Nice counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so...
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Crawford's legs are all over the place. scores with the counter. Good counter punch. Not a lot of defense here at all. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. As bad as boxing things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Defense is not an option for these two. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That hook just can't find the target. Is he going to punch himself out, though? They miss with the jab. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the...
Get your mind back, get your focus back.
On to the sixth round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Incredible work rate. Can't score with that hook again. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Punch, counter punch. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
That was a terrible round, that was. Come on.
Here comes round 7. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Nice counter shot. Missing with the left hook. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
We have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed. It's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
That hook doesn't score. Missing with that right hook. Do you believe this? Bud Crawford just got knocked down.
The referee's counting, watching him close. Come on, make it. You can do it.
3.